So kids from vets, they were going to vets and they will put coins and leave it because they want to attend classes. I'll continue with those games. When they come back, they'll see Hanley Nyathi on the screen with high score, Pac-Man. So that's the only thing that keeps me alive. So on the street, I've seen so many things happening, things that my parents used to tell me. People killing each other, rape. All those things. Yeah, and I was still young by that time. So this thing is a passion. It's something that I dreamed of when I was still young. And I told myself I'll make it without. And I still believe this brand can still go and grow globally. If you buy a laptop for Henley, it gives you challenges. And now we've used all South African language. You can troubleshoot with your language. You type, it will tell you, hey, keep your battery fag with your own language. So that's where now we're going into that.
We are Henley Technologies, a South African IT company providing turnkey process systems and solutions for multiple industries across the globe. But we are more than just an IT company. We help to accelerate your business. We deliver state-of-the-art technological solutions from strategy design to production, hand in hand with our customers. As every project is different, every solution is unique, tailored to our customers' needs. For more than 13 years, we have delivered excellence to our business partners, associates and customers, providing technological solutions that includes networking and support, software development, cybersecurity, telecommunications, web tech and mobile application solutions, and many more. When we say our processes are flawless, we don't take this lightly. Meticulous planning and constant attention to every aspect of our business processes is our key to anticipating possible failures and production problems. Quality is at the core of the way we do business, and is constantly verified by renowned international certification authorities. In simple terms, we like to say, small things makes big things happen. Over the past decade, we have been striving to expand our market segment, and today Henley Technologies provides technological strategies, products and services to more than 15 industries, which includes medical, automobile, media, banking, insurance, manufacturing, energy, and many more. Today, Henley Technologies is a mother to many innovative companies, which includes Henley Brand, specializing in consumer computing products, and Henley Manufacturing, specializing in manufacturing and assembling of digital products. This is what we are built on. This is what we are building. We are Hanley Technologies, technological solutions beyond imagination.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The People's Eye. This is our business feature. It's called The People's Hustle. It's where we speak with entrepreneurs to get into their psyche about starting businesses and find out what drives their innovations. But we also give them an opportunity just to talk about their products and services. We think it's a good platform to introduce new products, new businesses. Today we're having a special guest in the ICT space, Mr. Hanley Nyathi. He owns Henley Technologies. We will hear more about what he does and the new computer laptop brand on the market that he started and he owns. Mr. Nyathi, welcome.
Thanks, Sizwe, and also to the viewers. I really appreciate for this day today.
Yeah, no, thanks a lot for making time. We know you are very busy. We know your services are in demand out there. You run offices in the Western Cape, Eastern Cape, Western Cape. We'll hear about that. But Mr. Nyathi, let's start from the beginning. Just your background, your early life, where you grew up, schools you attended, up to tertiary education, just briefly.
Since all what you said, it started with a dream. and also the passion. Actually, as you said, you've mentioned Henley Technologies, you've mentioned everything, but then I still believe that I'm not that Henley Technology. I'm a human being. I'm a person.
Yes.
I'm born somewhere. Just to give you a short brief about my background, I grew up. I've born in Soweto, but my grandmother and my grandfather, when they relocated from Soweto, they went to a small village called Makotopong. Yeah, in Limpopo. So I was still young when I get to that village, and I asked my mother, why me in this village? Why are they taking me in the rural area? So when I was there in that village, there was no electricity, there was nothing. It's just
must have been a big change.
Yes, you get in there, and I think I was 6 years old, and when I get there, I remember I still called my mother. I said, but why in this village leaving me? My mother says, you know what, Henry, when you grow up around 15 years old, I'll take you. So it is dangerous. I want you to be there, grow up. And I accepted it. And I told myself I'll grow up in this village. And I've adapted to the village. I've played with other kids over there until the age of 8, and now enjoying the village. And the story came about, there was a guy from Rosebank. He came and visited the rural areas. I was playing soccer.
Okay.
So when I was playing soccer, and I was a goalkeeper, and the guy asked me, Henley, do you know something called TV game? Then I started asking myself, there's no TV game in this rural area. It's a name, it's a new thing that I hear. Then he explained me how to play TV game, how to connect it. He even gave me the names of those TV games that you play. I remember very well, he gave me Super Mario, Pac-Man, Mortal Kombat, and FIFA. So, and this guy was talking English, proper English. He even called me, dude, there's this and this and this.
It was your age now?
I think around 8. I was around 8. But then he was much older than me. Then when he tells me about this TV game, how you play it, remember, I don't know it. He says the TV game, you play it like this. Then I went next door where we were playing soccer. I took a pen and a paper. I said, can you write those games?
Yeah.
He told me Super Mario, how to play Super Mario. He told me Super Mario, you jump, you get to this stage and everything. Then I decided, I went home. At night, when I was sleeping, I will imagine myself playing that game. I will even give it names. I will even give it color. If you see the logo of my company today, is then that design of that TV game. So then this guy, when he comes, he only visits twice a year, in December and June. December, June, school holidays when I close. His name is Saki. I'm still looking for that guy till today. So this guy, he told me how to play Super Mario. So when I'm sleeping at night, I'll play. I'll even tell him when he comes in June. I said, Chief, now I'm in stage 10. I'm in stage 5. Then this guy, he told me, Henley, you just imagination things. I didn't know the word imagination. He says, I said, what is it to imagine? He says, no, when you just thinking things. Okay. I said, no, you are right. I'm thinking it. Now I'm in stage 4. I've beat the boss that you told me. The year passed. Then one day I told him, please, can you come with this game? Let me play with you. He says, Henley, I'm a pro. I only play with white guys in Rosebank. No one I will play with in this village. I said, okay, fine. Come with the game one day. Let's play together. Then the guy refused. And I end up saying, okay, fine. Can you please one day come with the game and teach me? The guy, they connected the electricity. I think I was around 11 years old, 10 years old by that time.
What year was that?
Because I'm born in 1981, so just imagine minus that 10. So I think it was around 87 if I'm not mistaken. So then he came with a game. So when he came with a game, because I used to tell my cousin, sister, I said, one day I will develop my own game so that in this rural areas we can play. I will have my own game. You will see it. And then people will say, you are a dreamer. Have you ever seen somebody having like this?
Yeah.
Even at school, I will tell them, hey, one day I will have my own game. You'll see it, I will develop it, because the only thing that we do in this village, we raise cows, we play soccer, we go sleep.
Yeah.
Then I'll have my own game. Saki told me there's something we call TV game. Then Saki came with a game one day. I was going to buy bread, I remember, with my granny gave me money to buy bread. Then Saki came at that house. Then he told me, okay, I came with a game. Let's go.
Yeah.
Then I told him, I'm going to buy bread. He says, no, let's go play. Then, okay, we went to his house. When we get to his house, when he unpacked that game, it was exactly the way I've seen the game. The way I was imagining the game, the way I was doing it. Then we connected the game. He tried to connect the game. The game didn't play. I keep saying, let me connect. He says, you've never seen this game. How are you going to connect it? Then eventually he sat on the couch. He was tired. Then I've pushed the cartridge and the game started playing. Then I said, I forgot to put the cartridge. Then he asked me. Then he started taking me serious. He says, okay, which game do you want to play? He asked me. Then I said, Super Mario. He said, you still remember? I said, yes. Then we played Super Mario. He showed me how to, on the joystick, how to jump, how to do whatever. Then we played stage 1, 2, 3. Then he died. And I've played 4, 5, 6. It was the first time he sees stage 6. And that was the one who was winning. And the guy started crying. And I'm playing the game. I'm asking myself, why are you crying? Then we won. I won. Then he asked me, Chief, you are good. You have to come to Joburg. The way you're playing so game, you are good. Come to Joburg. Then we agreed. And when I went to leave his house, he told me, okay, what do you want me to write? I didn't know. What do you want me to write? And he says, no, the high score here, you have now. Write something. Then he wrote. I told him, write Henley. He wrote Henley. He switched on the game, switched it on. It was my first time I see Henley written on the TV, on the TV screen, because he connected. First time. I came at his house as a cat, but then when I left as a lion, because it was my first time seeing Henley on the TV. I've never. Well, when I walk in, now I'm going to tell the guys that I play soccer with. I remember my friend, his name was Phineas. I'm telling him, Chief, I've beat Psycho with the game. Then he called others as well. He says, listen to this dude, what he's saying. How can you beat Psycho with a game? With his own game. I said, never, I've won. I've get to this stage. And no one believed me. So in this rural area, since that age, I start believing, having the dream of having my own laptop. I mean, my own game to develop.
For sure.
Then the year passed. Then I was at the village. I was somebody now who's naughty, who go outside looking for games, looking for everything to play. And I don't come back. I come back late at the house. My grandmother will call my mother in Soweto to say, hey, come collect him. He's naughty.
It's got out of hand now.
Out of hand. He doesn't sleep at home. He comes late. He goes to other villages, play games and everything. Then one day they gave me money to pay school fees. Then I took that money. I took a bus. I'm in a taxi in that rural area in Makotopong, Petersburg, Joburg.
How old were you?
I was, I think, 11 years old.
11 years old. Okay. So you're following your friend. He invited you. And then you just take a decision that
I took a decision that I'm going to Joburg.
Interesting.
That's why I got lost.
Yeah,
I think I've been on the road for many years, and it was for my parents, and because of we were not suffering at home, it was a nightmare for my parents what they went through, because they were looking for me. My mother had to leave to Soweto, to Makotopong, look for me. So I was in Hillbrow.
And you were in Hill on your own.
On my own.
So you are not going to meet Saki there. You just go to Joburg.
To Joburg, because I'm going to play games. There are many. That's what they told me. So I was a street kid. So I know the street life. I slept on the street. I ate. My first meal that I ate it was a burger that was thrown in the dustbin. That was my first meal. I remember it was raining. I slept there. I knew how to pack cars, to clean cars. And it was a life that I couldn't want anyone to go through. And I was a street kid. I took myself as a street kid.
But were you regretting that you left a warm home in the rural areas and then you came to be on the street in Joburg?
The other thing again was fear to say when I go back home, they're going to...
Yeah, for sure. You're going to be punished.
You're going to be punished for that. And rather you settle a little bit, you think about it and the time goes until... And on the street, I remember that when I first bought my first car, I went to that place where I was sleeping. I was in Jan Smart's.
Yeah.
I remember when I was arriving there was a guys having a fire. Then I was still wearing uniform. When I get there, the guy just welcomed me. His name was Dumsan. He asked me, Chief, where are you coming from? I lied. I said, from Soweto. And because on that fire, it was a circle and everyone was talking the story.
Yeah.
So to say, I'm coming from Uganda. We had a problem. This one would say, I'm coming from here. I have a parent. They were abusing me. So everyone was giving stories. And I just say, I'm from Soweto. I just fell. Let me leave. I'm tired at home. And Saki says, when are you lying? There's no such. And because I was the youngest in that group.
Yeah.
Then he told me, start from tomorrow, you're going to sleep, we're going to give you a blanket. All what you need to do, you need to handle the trolley. This trolley, we're going to put things inside. Then when we go outside, we'll come late and sleep here on the same place that you are. So in the morning, he gave me the trolley with everybody's putting their stuff there, took the trolley. I went to vets. There was a TV game. Games, those boxes that you play games. Yeah. I played the games the whole night. That's what I used to do. So kids from vets, they were going to vets and they will put coins and leave it because they want to attend classes. I'll continue with those games. When they come back, they'll see Hanley Nyathi on the screen with high score, Pac-Man. So that's the only thing that keeps me alive. Yeah. So on the street, I've seen so many things happening, things that my parents used to tell me. People killing each other, rape.
All those things.
Yeah, and I was still young by that time. So many things happen on the street. And eventually one day I decided, you know what, my birthday is here on the street. I miss home. I need to go. Then I told Saki and said, Dumsan.
Dumsan, yeah.
I told him the truth. I said, Chief, now it's time for me to go home. I lied about everything. I'm from this and this and this. Yeah. Then the guy organized for me to go home.
To leave. How long did you stay in
2 years
on the streets? 2 years.
Yeah.
That was a long time.
That was a long time.
I think by that time your parents had given up on.
Yeah, my mother became a Christian because she used to pray inside the train station. She would go on the street and pray. You understand? So she became. Now she believed that I'm still alive, and I could hear my father as well. So it was I've put trauma on them. My grandmother, my brothers, my cousin, everybody was looking for me.
I can imagine.
I'm on the road and I decided I'm the one who ran away because of games. So eventually then, just cut the story short, they got hold of me. I went home in Soweto. I got sick a lot.
After returning.
Yeah, after returning. I had asthma. I used to collapse. I didn't do even matric. So I have N3 and 1, and so I did college. So then I had so many challenges. I got sick. It was bad on my side. Then my parents I got healed. Then I went to school. So when I'm at school, what happened? My parents took me to school after I got well.
Yeah.
Then my cousin, Eddie, he told me, Henley, you're going to do IT. When I went to Durban with him in Durban, then he was going to university. I went to Durban Computer College. I did IT for 3 years.
Okay. Before then, at school, what grade
No, I did after the years that I lost.
Yeah.
So I did N1 and 2.
So you didn't go back to a mainstream school?
Yes, you understand
okay,
me? So,
yes,
then I did N1, N2, and 3, which is a college. Then it qualifies me to continue again. Then I went to college, Devon Computer College. I did information technology.
Oh, okay.
Then I went to Cape Town, university. Then I came back. So I think it was 2003.
After college, you went to university in Cape Town.
Yes, Cape Town. Then from there, I came back. Then when I came back, I told my parents, I said, all I want to do now, I want to do my own my own IT company. I want to have my own IT company called Henley Technologies. I want to have my own laptop. So everybody at the house was shocked. How am I going to do all these things? From school, now you're talking big things.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, fine. I'm going to have my own IT company called Henley. You'll see it will compete with other brand. And no one believed in me. Then I remember I called my mother and my father, sit them down, and they told me straight away, we're not going to support you. We believe you need to go and work first. Then we'll support you.
Then you start the business.
That's the business.
Yeah, true. And I mean, with all your street life, the street, with you leaving home, spending time on the streets, coming back and life starts again. Your parents, did they believe you? Did they keep a watch on you? Whatever you wanted to do, did they believe in you? This one might disappear again, Was it not that situation?
That fear was still there because of when my brother and my cousin Eddie Musana, when he takes me to university, they were not. Even my aunt, because I stayed with her in Nandedi, she was still.
Yeah, they were saying this one will disappear in Devon.
Disappear on you. But they warned him as well to say, if it disappears on you, you are the one who will take care of everything. So they were still having that fear to say, this one may run away. Even when I come with those stories of having my own laptop, having my own business, they were still not believing. This one wants to run away again. But when I tell them, and my father said, okay, fine, I'll give you a house, you stay there. With me, I'll monitor you. Okay. You do your business. Okay. And that's what my father did. And I stayed. I've tried business for so many years. It was failing. Sometimes you'll go, at the funerals, your cousins are driving cars, your brothers are doing well. You still
you were delayed a little bit.
Yeah, because of you trying to build a business. And no one believed in saying, you will have this IT company. Now I'm a laughing stock. Even when we go into when we go into the funeral, I'll ask them mine. They say, hey, he has 2 bobs coming. He said he wants to have his own IT company. I'll ask this one rand. I'll ask this one. Sometimes I'll ask money to go and watch, maybe to buy magazine, for Microsoft.
Tech magazine.
Yeah, but then the year passed. Remember now it's 2 years. You have all the qualification. Your parents they told you to go look for jobs. So even my cousin used to say, my brother used to say, I'll do a computer lab for you. Internet cafe for you. I said, no, I don't want internet cafe. I want to have my own IT company. I want to have my own laptop. Yeah. And no one thinks I'm mad when I'm saying those things because I'm young, I've got all this qualification. Why can't I look for work?
For sure.
But then I had a belief on having my own IT company, having my own brand one day. So the year passed. My father organized me a work to work in the city of Joburg. Yeah, he organized the work for me. I've never worked. I said no. I told you, Daddy, all I need is to have my own IT company. So I was now irritating everybody because my life is not going well. But then I keep talking big things.
Yeah, this person cannot be helped. I'm sure we're trying to help, but this one.
He's talking bigger things. He doesn't even have 1 rand. But then I even got tired. Everybody got tired with me, because I stayed with my cousin. I stayed with my mother. I stayed with my aunt. I'm a person that's moving, talking big things that never materialize. Then in 2003, I decided to leave Soweto. because we had an argument with my father because my father organized me a work. I've never worked, and I told him I don't want that work. He told me, start from today, I'm not going to give you anything.
Yeah.
You need to see what you'll do. I said, okay, fine, it's fine. Then I remember one day I walked from Soweto to Senchiro. I was going to look for a friend of mine. He used to work in Telkom. His name is Benji. Yeah. So I've worked and I stayed at the street again for 2 weeks. No one knew, you understand me? Because remember that time now. Yeah. Then sometimes you tell yourself, now this street now is always following you. What's going on? But then there's a guy who walked inside the mall. He was having a cell phone. He says, I'm having a problem with a server. It's giving me a problem. Then I went and approached the guy.
Or you heard him talking to somebody on the
phone. Then I went to him and said, you know what? His name is Sipho Makobo. He's still my client till today.
Okay.
I went to him and said, I can assist you with the challenges that you have. He says, no, but how are you going to help me? Look at how you are. I said, no, give me that chance, you'll see. The guy went to his office, then he came back. Then I think he was desperate. Then he called me. I went upstairs. When I get there was a lot of computers.
Yeah.
And I fixed those computers. And for 3 days, he had a problem with the server. I've called my cousin, Hanley Nyathi. I still work with him today.
Okay.
And he's the one who came and assisted me. Then the computers were working and everything. And the guy, he was happy after on Monday, he told me, how much do you want? I said, no, any amount that you want. He gave me 50,000. That was my breakthrough.
For sure that the job you could have done was worth way more. So that you said, hey, give me whatever you have.
But then it went. Then the guy gave me an office that I've run in his office. And in 2007...
Wait, he gave you his office to do your thing?
Yeah,
not to work for him?
No. To do my own things. Then I was supporting.
Okay.
His server and everything. So I had an office now. I had Chris, he's my cousin, he's my technician. And Chris, he was working as well in Sasol. Okay. So he told me, Henley, I'm your family. I've seen your vision. I can only support you with my hand. I don't know anything about IT. If you teach me, I will at least help you.
Okay.
I've taught him how to connect, how to do servers, how to do whatever, emails and everything. So then Chris was my technician.
Okay.
Then in 2007, I registered the company called Henley Technologies. And in Henley Technologies, then that's where now the vision started. 2007.
That is 5 years after your father said, look, I'm not doing anything for you. You cannot be helped with anything.
Then from there, in 2007, I registered the company. And the company, we did well. I've never tendered in my whole entire life. I've never got a tender. It was just a word of mouth. We work with somebody will come with a tender. Say, hey, I got a tender. We need to deliver this. We delivered. Hey, I got this one. We need a networking. Then it was just a word of mouth. Then I've built the company starting from there. In 2007 until 2010, then we had networking, software development, hardware. So support, technical support. We work with Kijima. We're subcontracted by Kijima.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay. Then somebody will come with projects. Say, no, Kijima, we did all police station doing networking. So all these big private companies they will subcontract to us. So
great.
Then we built a huge team until we even moved in that office. We went to another office, a bigger office as well. But my passion was still to have my own brand, because on the Henley Technologies, what we have done, we've partnered with Microsoft, Intel. Yeah. We understand the value chain of IT. So then we develop, we have our own software that we develop. Okay. But my passion was to have my own brand. So I've mastered all this brand. Yeah. I know how all this brand went. And I remember one day I said, I've packed everything. I'm going outside to learn more. Then I closed everything. I went out of the country.
Okay, to learn more.
To learn more. So
back on the street again.
Where I belong. And I remember in 2010, I went outside and came back.
Which country did you go to?
I went to Egypt, China, Barcelona. China, that's where I have learned a lot.
Okay.
So I had a friend of mine from HP, he used to stay in Egypt. Went to see him as well because he was showing me a lot of things, how the value chain works. Then I came back. When I came back, remember you were high, you were on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then now you are down.
Down again.
Down again. I had to start afresh because I had to go back to Soweto in the back room. Yeah. So I had to go back because you had a car, you had a BM. So all those things are not there. So you have to start afresh.
So now your friends are like, hey, this back is down again. Down and out.
People are saying, Henley used to be like this. Used to have an IT company, used to drive a silver BM. Now he doesn't have. So
sure.
But then I was building something else. Then I remember I called Chris, is my cousin, the one that I used to work with him. I told him, now this is a time. I've studied, I've understand how the value chain works. We now going to focus on our own brand. He says, how are you going to compete with this big giant? We have these big names. How are we? I said, no, we are going to compete.
So to have your own brand, meaning that now you are starting your own computers afresh.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Building it from scratch. Your own brand. And if you understand in Africa, they're still brand conscious,
Yeah, yes.
If this brand, they like that brand. So you can't convince them.
Yeah.
Newcomers is hard to come in this industry. So,
and I would imagine it's quite dominated.
You're quite right. So then I just told myself I had this dream. I have to fulfill it. And it's my passion. It's something that I love. Then we went and registered ICASA approved. You don't just wake up today and say you're doing a laptop.
Yeah.
So my motherboard, we've designed our own motherboard. It's my own motherboard and everything. The design is mine and everything. Working with the Chinese outside, we tell them change this, do that. Came back, registered it, ICASA approved, proudly South African. Now we got all the necessary document.
Okay.
Now all the registrations are there. Then the first laptops, we assembled it locally. We did it. And I remember that time when I was busy doing it, it was that time of COVID.
Oh, it was the time of COVID.
Yeah, when I started building this one. Then because of now you're in business, everybody believes in you.
Yeah.
So I went to my cousin, I went to my friends. I said, guys, please, you need to invest in my brand. It's coming.
Yeah.
So now people believes in you. All of them, they decided, you know what, we'll support you, Henley.
Yeah, we've seen you running a company.
At least now we had a company. We'll support you. It's not like before. Then they supported, and when they supported, COVID hit, And when I was communicating with the Chinese, they said, Henley, your laptop is good. We've tested it. It is fine.
Yeah.
Why can't you build many machines? You understand? Because we're having this viruses is coming and they may shut down your country. It was not clicking in my mind.
Yeah,
because
what are they talking about?
I don't care.
It.
I didn't even know. He says, no, there's something called lockdown. They're going to lock the country. I said, there's no such. Keep producing what I told you. Then immediately it happened what they told me. Then I went to my investors that I spoke to said, guys, please, can you give me money? We need to buy those components. Everybody says, no, Henley, we're having problems. We have the whole month not working, no salary, so we have to cut. So no one ever gave me money. So I had to sell what I have. I had to sell what I have. Got the first order of the laptops. First order, it went immediately. It was sold.
It was still during COVID.
Still during COVID. So by that time, the demand was higher. Because remember, people were working from home.
Yes.
So they were looking for computers.
Yeah.
So then the computers were in demand. And remember now that brand conscious was not there.
Yeah.
So everybody wanted a spec. If, let's say, I want a laptop that will will host emails, will do 1, 2, 3, I'm fine. I don't care with the name. You know, because Intel was having problems with chip and everything. So everybody just needed laptops. They didn't care about the name.
So you used that opportunity.
Yeah. So that's where now we can break through. So until now, Henley people now starting inviting us on TV, media, and everything. So because of those demand. So
how many did you sell at that time?
But I think during COVID, we sold about 5,000 units. Schools, individual, one, because they were looking, because they were job to say, when you have a laptop, come, you'll work at home. So everybody was now looking for laptops.
Okay. So you were able to rise again financially, make a bit of money.
Yeah. So during that, because I remember even at the office, I told them, the sales team, I said, we are now going to sell a Henley brand, not other brand. We are now going to have our own brand. So we sold, but then hence I said Africa is still brand conscious, because if you look at the industry of IT, I understand it. If you look at a potato, potato come from one farm. But in this potato, you'll take it to Woolworths, Checkers, KFC. But then it's a potato is coming from one farm.
McCain,
whatever, you understand me? But then it was a potato. Even in this, it's exactly like that. Is a motherboard designed somewhere, then maybe somebody will say, okay, it's this one, but then it's a potato. It's come from one farm. So the IT industry is like that. It depends how you package it, how you do your technical support, because after sales is very much important in this industry. So you build a brand, but then will you deliver? Because after all, after sales, if it give you problems, if it give you challenges, will you attend it? So that's what we are now focusing on. Said, after sales for us is very much important.
For sure.
A lot of brands, they don't make it because of that.
Then it means you are able to understand your product, whether it works, what are the problems, then you go back and improve it.
100%. So that's where now I've decided, I'm going to have my own brand, laptop called Henley. And now we are now working with big brands, corporates. Now, soon you will see it in one of the telecom stores. I don't know which one. Now we're communicating with them, which is a proudly South African brand.
Wow. That's great, man. And your story is so inspirational. In a way, unbelievable. Unbelievable in many ways. Because sitting here, I've already seen your character. You are just a reserved person. One could not think you could be as naughty as go out of home, leave home, go to the street and still survive there. Great, man, great. And this laptop brand, what is it called? Hanley Laptops?
Henley. Henley.
Just
named
Henley.
After us. Named after me.
Named after you. Okay. Is it available? Is it already available in some shops?
Stores? At the moment, it's online.
Or sell online.
It's online, but then we're busy now partnering with other like we're busy with telecom. Soon, if things goes well, you'll see it at telecom stores. You can get it there. Because how this industry works, it works like this. You have an OEM, which is Henley's an OEM. After OEM, you have distributors. After distributors, you have resellers. After resellers, you have end users. So an OEM, Henley's an OEM. So Henley mustn't sell directly to you. You understand me? So
sell to distributors.
Yes, it must go to distributors. Then after distributors, that's where now it needs to go to the resellers. The distributor needs to have their own resellers. But then we need to lock the pricing, because if I sell it to an OEM, I will sell it to the distributor. But then you still need to lock that pricing. So that even if I put it on a Henley store, it mustn't affect
the final price when I go to the shop.
You understand me? So because of an OEM. So the main thing is just to understand the value chain, how it works. I don't want to mention the big brands that are here. That's how they work. If I remember one day I told some guy in CETA and said, you know what, the only way to make it in South Africa, they should allow other brands to come in. And by that time, it was long. They were still brand conscious. They were still used to these big brands. I said, you know what? When you take out the tender, you don't need to mention the name of the brand. Just mention the spec.
Yeah.
By that time, they didn't want. They'll mention to say, okay, we want this, we want this. You understand me? So
they're closing out the other
small guys. You understand me? But now they've seen it. To say, you know what, these things that brand conscious is going, then it's giving us, because this industry, how it goes at the moment, I feel Henley, what we have done, our main thing is not only to build a laptop and sell it. We have things in store. We have 2 years ahead. But then at the moment, what we're trying to do, we're trying to build a brand.
Yeah.
Then after the brand, there's software that we've developed. But then we can't take them out now, because of Henley's unknown at the moment. But then if you take it now, other big brands can take that ideas. So if you go to States, US and whatever, the financial model in Africa, it will be difficult for techs to break through. Why I'm saying that, if I come as Henley looking for funding, first thing what you'll need to do, you'll check 3 months bank statement, you'll check my projection and everything. And those things lie. The reason why you check US is still leading on the tech, because what they do, if they fund you, they fund you, and they know business, there's risk, anything can happen.
Yes.
But then in Africa, I fund you, I give you 6 million. If you mess it up, it's gone. You get my point. Exactly. But then there, when they give you fund, they give you this to say, go play. They give you another, go and try it until you make it. So number 2, they don't look at the financials. They look at your idea.
The idea, and they understand.
They understand it and take it there.
That at some point it may fail. You have to reach out.
Right. So with us, I gave you this amount. Then number 2, you have to
do it. It has to be successful.
You have to
return my money.
I want my. You get my point. So, so our financial model is still have a long way. On tech, I think we'll still have not young entrepreneurs that are coming, innovating. Because ideas are there.
Yeah, but now you mentioned that.
You understand me? Because idea, money is an idea. That's how this thing went. When you have an idea, that's money.
That's money, yeah, of course.
But then how are you going to turn it now into paper?
That's true, because generally, I know there are many innovators in tech space, as you say, and in other things, young people in the country. But I've not seen a deliberate and a strategic way to assist them. To say, look, this is for innovators. Come here. We help you to put together your prototype. We help you with funding and all of that until the product is ready. I have not seen that.
It's not in that way. If you go now we've tried many funding. And those fundings, I still say, is still unfair for other, because you need to get money to get money.
Yes.
You need to have, it's like I'm starting a business. You said, okay, fine. I need 3 months bank statement. How are you going to get that?
And it's a new business. You can see it's a new business. So how are you going to make money?
The main thing, I think, we should listen to the idea. And fund that idea without even the registration, and register the company based on that and move. Not 3 months bank statement needs to be there. This thing needs to be there. Your cash flow needs to be. So I need to have money to start that thing.
And these are side issues that are really encumbering the whole idea. You don't have money, then the idea cannot go forward.
You understand me? And even remember the banks, the people, when you go and ask, they'll ask you, go to the bank. The bank keep money. Don't give money to. The bank keep money. The bank keep money. So like now, I used to look for money for business, but then they'll tell me, okay, we can give you a house. We can give you a car for 4 million, 5 million, a house for so much. I don't need that. I need that 10 million to start my own business.
Yeah,
but
it's easy for them to give.
Yeah, but then it's
things.
now becoming a risk.
So it's a problem.
So is that challenge to say if the financing model can change to say we're funding you based on the idea.
Yeah.
Let's put money on the idea. Let's do our research. I can't just come today and say, I'm doing this. Do the research.
Yeah.
But then if you start looking for, because, a spreadsheet lies, figures lies, I can put any amount tomorrow, it may not be there.
Yeah.
I remember, truly speaking, I came with the idea. My father is a witness to me. I went to him and told him about the Uber. It was not that Uber that time. I didn't use it.
Yes.
That method was there.
Yes.
But then when I went there and preached it, no one believed it. They've never seen it.
It can work.
It can work. And they keep saying, it needs money, you need to do this and this and this, you understand me? Then somebody, when you get there, okay, I have a business, register it. But then if you look at the boy for Facebook, they went with that idea immediately, not having those things that we required. In Africa, the only way to be funded is when I have a PO, purchase order. You need to assess that PO, how much am I making, the risk, then you'll fund it.
Yeah.
But then you won't fund it for that person to go and get the PO. You will only fund them when they have a PO. That's a challenge.
That's where we're losing it. And that's where job opportunities are.
100%.
Of course, because look at your example, Henley Technologies. Now you're employing a lot of people because of an idea that was able to be developed from scratch.
100%.
Who believes that a black man owns a computer brand?
It's here.
A South African man. Nah. But
So
as you say, I get your point. You've been in this thing and what you're saying seems to be valid.
No, for me, I say this thing is a passion. It's something that I dreamed of when I was still young. And I told myself I'll make it without, and I still believe this brand can still go and grow globally.
For sure.
Despite the funding and everything, and I believe in Africa we need to get our own ideas, not somebody coming with ideas and give it to us. We are the only one who can solve the challenges that we have, because we know the challenges better than us.
Yes.
No one will come and develop the software for SASA for us, because we know what's going on.
Exactly.
We should be developing those. Sometimes it's painful when you see other companies from outside developing something that we know deep down we can do it. So,
but we're still consumers, mere consumers. We cannot solve our problems.
But then I believe Africa, we need to have our own, we can solve our own solution.
Yeah, that is true. Coming back to the Hanley laptop, the software, you develop your own software specific for it, or
so at the moment our hardware is our own hardware. Then we've partnered with Microsoft and Intel.
Okay.
Then other components that we outsource in terms of the screen, the hard drives, we've partnered with them.
Okay.
So like on the Microsoft, it's a normal Microsoft that we use, like 365 for Teams. The Intel is an Intel chip that we use, but then the motherboard is our own motherboard, the design and everything. So that's the way we develop our own software and our own hardware there.
Okay.
But then the rest, we team up with other companies as well. We're now partnering with Ubuntu Technologies, but then our aim is to develop our own software whereby with an AI, whereby you'll use your own language. You understand me? If you're a vendor, if umchangano blah blah changani kashi, then it talks with you. So we're now developing that in the systems. Like if you buy a laptop for Henley, it gives you challenges. And now we've used all South African language. You can troubleshoot with your language. You type, it will tell you, hey, keep it battery fag with your own language. So that's where now we're going into that.
Interesting.
So the reason why we wanted to build a brand first, because our main thing,
it's an African brand after all.
So if I see it in this way, I'm looking into 5 years to 10 years, hardware will go down a little bit.
Yeah.
So software will hit. So at the moment, we have our server in Tarako, where you buy a laptop for Henley. We give you 2 gig it's 5 gig free of space.
Okay.
You can have your email for free.
Yeah.
Then when you lose that computer, you still have the information.
Okay.
So you can still go and use another computer and type it and get the information back. So
that's nice.
now we're investing on a data.
Okay.
So that's where now the technology is moving. So in future, you want to have a physical laptop standing like this.
Yeah.
You'll type, you'll go to the shower and have a phone written here and say, answer it. So I understand. So it's going to be something. So hardware, yes, is going to go down. If you look at cabling, this cable these cables now are dying. You can connect via Bluetooth.
Yeah.
It works. So that cable is out completely. Networking, you don't do networking anymore.
Yeah.
So there's no cable that goes around. So hardware eventually will go down. The reason why we said Henley is the well still running, so that we had to jump into that well so that other brands will get us inside. Because if we can't as an African, there's no other brand that will come in.
Yeah.
So we will people, because remember these things, when we build it, we don't know what they are putting.
Yeah.
You understand?
Sure.
So you're
you
working
have to
on
find
it.
out.
You understand me? So I still say in Africa, even if you don't own it 100%, but have your own identity as a brand,
Yeah.
because you'll be control of that.
For sure.
You know where the input and output comes from.
Okay. Mind-blowing stuff, I must say. And your journey, it's been long, but very interesting. Adventurous journey in the true sense of the word.
I know.
Yeah. Just to move to other things a bit, I know you now, and your company has grown so much that you're plowing back to the community. How are you doing that? What projects are you doing?
We have a non-profit organization called the Hanley Foundation.
Okay.
Henley Foundation is something that is close to my heart. I see people doing foundation to high tax money and everything. And for me, truly speaking, is something that is close to my heart because I went to that journey. When I started the Henley Foundation, I started the Henley Foundation based on the experiences that I've went through.
Yes.
I've been on the street. I've seen... I've never had a mentor, you understand me? So when I'm doing this, I wanted other kids. I know I can build at least out of 100, let 2 be. So that's what I decided. So I came back, I told my team, board members, I said, we're going to have Henley Technology, Henley Manufacturing, the Henley Foundation. On the foundation, we started doing computer lab, partnered with schools.
Okay.
Doing building. We get a school, we build a full computer lab.
We
adopt the school. Yeah. Then we make sure that there's a teacher. Teach them robotic, teach them software development when they're still young. Because if you go to China now, what they do, or Korea, in Africa, we still want to get number 1, number 2, number 3. And that thing for me, I still is wrong. Teach them the basic. When they're still young, because that's where they learn, because I've seen it there outside. Yeah. So I think if I had a mentor, maybe today I could be having my own software development.
For sure.
So in other countries, kids don't struggle together. They train them when they're still young. Manners, how to clean, how to do whatever. The reason why even if you in Japan, grade R, I think to grade 5, if I'm not mistaken, they don't write tests. Yeah. Teach you how to clean, how to put things. The reason why other countries there's no strike. Understand me? There's nothing like that. Why? Because manners. You can't just go and loot. Those are kinds of things, basic thing. When we grow up, they used to beat us not greeting. Yeah. You understand? Why you didn't greet me? They beat you. So those things. I think that those are basic things. So the reason why in the foundation one, I said, I wanted to do something like that freely. You know, I've worked on a project called Gauteng Online. So Gauteng Online, they spend about 4.2 billion, if I'm not mistaken. It was a long time.
Yeah.
Gauteng was having all computer labs.
Yeah.
And those old computer labs, till today, they've never worked. Why? You've dropped the computer at school. Teachers don't know how to use the computers and everything you left. Then you go right and said, you know what, you spend it so much. Yeah. But then in Henley, I told myself, I'm dropping a laptop. Then I'm teaching.
Yes.
Understand me? Because when you you teach a teacher, you teach the kids.
Yeah.
And they start growing on it. So we started doing that on the foundation. We partnered with school, make sure that there's connectivity. Because if I give you a laptop without connectivity, it's useless.
Useless, yeah.
So you also need to work on the connectivity as well. So we give you the laptop, we train the teachers. We make sure that there's a teacher that will train all this. And they will make sure that there's a technical person that will maintain these machines.
Yeah.
So that's the first pilot that we did. And after that, these kids, when they study, they need to go play.
Yes. You
need to make sure that they from that school, let them go play, not maybe go and smoke and do whatever. Yes. Then we open an academy. For football academy. Yeah. Then we have professional coaches that are there. We've partnered with.
Where is it based?
Actually, we in the meantime we said we wanted to do it nationally.
Okay.
We started in Soweto. Yeah. Then we went to East London. But Henley Foundation, if let's say we're doing training courses for coaching, I'm not good in soccer, but then we have Max Maponyani assisting. We have other coaches that are assisting all these kids together. If we have other teams that don't have soccer kit, we make sure that we assist them as well. Even Henley, I've partnered with Go Rental. I've partnered with other training institutions that we've partnered with them. So that's where now on the foundation grows. So my main dream is to do a smart village. Okay. Yeah. Why a smart village? If you look at, like for instance, where I came from, Makotopong.
Yes.
I want a kid to grow up in Makotopong, not want to think about going to Joburg. Develop that.
Yes.
So if we have those things at home, do I still need to run? If I had that TV game at that rural area,
you wouldn't run.
I wouldn't run. So smart village, I want to make sure that there's connectivity, because if you check other areas, they've left them just like that. Even this big telecommunication, they don't even connect there. Yes. If they connect, they say, okay, these are rural areas. They've given them small. The internet is too slow and everything. I want us to put 5G in the rural area.
Yeah, but the country's not getting along well with Elon Musk. Maybe the problem will be solved. No.
There's some other things. Let's look at the future. That's where the future going. That's some other politics, going to it. But sometimes let's look at
just on a lighter note, but we need to have that solution ourselves, not rely on Elon Musk.
You're quite right. That's what we hear. Let's put those things there. And let's have control in. So at the moment, we're busy now developing a software where we still want even the rural areas to use phones to say, we want to order this in the rural area. We want to do this. So
get the Ubers in
the rural area. Understand me? So the smart village, that's why we're building. If you check our computer lab, we started also in the townships, rural areas. I've built one where I studied in Makotopong. My grade 1, I did it there. Grade 2, we built a computer lab there.
That's nice.
So that's what we're now tending to say, we want a young innovator coming from that village. But when having those things, they need to run away from that place, and so they're going to access it there somewhere. They need to have those things. I remember we had so much soccer players in that rural areas. But then because of they were not even exposed going to a stadium, or you understand? So even in Henley Foundation on the football, we identifying talent. Understand? Whoever wants to come can come, play. My main dream is to have a Henley FC.
Okay.
And Henley FC, which is we started, it is there. We've played in a league, in Motsepe League. Okay. So, but then my main thing is to take that team and go and play with Chiefs and Pirates and give this young chance opportunity.
For sure.
Not for money, not everything. To say, let's give you an opportunity.
Yeah, to develop,
to showcase your
produce more. Max Maponyane is your friend.
You understand me? So, but they are there. They can't get access to those ones. So, but then
because they need somebody to hold them by the hand and take them there. I know about this because I'm involved with the soccer academy.
Yes.
So, but we'll talk off air about it. I know the struggle of developing a child from the dusty streets, making sure that at least he gets 1 foot into the professional level. It's very difficult.
Because remember, even those kids, when they come from the rural areas, come into Soweto to play, even if they have that confidence, others end up even leaving because they see the talent, they see whatever. So you need to motivate.
This grass, the stadium, everything is orderly.
But then you can see this boy as a talent.
Yeah, but the confidence
is not. So you need to build it. So in Henley Henley Technologies, we make sure that those boys, they're now coming.
That's very interesting. Yeah.
That's the only thing that we're now trying to do. Like,
why did you specifically think about soccer? There are other things you could do.
Why soccer? I told you the story when I was playing when they tell me about the PlayStation, I was playing soccer.
Oh yes, so say something.
And I used to tell them, to say, one day I will have my own team.
Oh,
I remember my brother one day beat me up. He passed away, my brother.
Yeah.
He was wearing he wrote number 10 on the jersey.
Yeah.
Then I told him one day I will buy you a jersey. I'll buy you a proper jersey.
Proper jersey, number 10 jersey.
And he beat me up for that. Then I have a younger brother of mine. He used to play soccer. He was a pro in that village. So we didn't have soccer, so you will take plastic and put it in.
Yeah, like a ball.
A ball. He will kick it, he will go to school with it. Yeah. Then I used to tell him and so I used to take the ball, give it to him. I was a goalkeeper. He will kick it. Yeah. So I told him one day I will have my own team and you will be a coach or I'll sign you in.
Yeah.
So he didn't. So that thing, I grew up having it inside, and people that I told them, and he played very well until he came to Joburg. He left soccer completely. And I've seen in him, he's the one who made me started that thing. Then I have my cousin, Eddie Musana. I used to love soccer so much.
Yeah.
So I also used to tell him, one day I'll have my own team. So they didn't believe. And when I came into Joburg, then I had lack of Max Maponyane. I met them and I told them about my vision and everything. They said, don't worry, we'll support you. When you're ready, you let us know, we'll support you.
Yeah.
And when I started this, and those people that I spoke with, definitely they supported.
Yeah. No, it's a good one, because I think with soccer you can achieve a lot of things. I mean, if you take these boys, they are in the academy, they are learning computers, they are learning a skill, depending according to their age, then they become more focused. I've seen it.
You understand.
They are so happy to go to school, come back. Their soccer is there.
I'm telling you.
They are very happy.
And sports and education, you combine them.
Wonders.
So when I see this thing around, I said, okay, fine. Now I'm blessed. I have the Henley Foundation. I have the business.
Yes.
I have Henley FC, which is a football.
Yes.
Then one day when I was sleeping, I saw it in my dream. I saw...
you started to dream again.
I'm telling you, I saw Henley FC in FNB playing with a bigger team.
That would be great.
I'm telling you. So what happened, I came at the office. I said, I'm going to start the Henley FC. I met a guy called Dumsan. He's a coach. He's the one that started the team, Henley FC. We started the team. We won LFA We got into Motsepe.
From LFA, getting the promotion. Wow.
We got a status in East London. So that's when now I've realized, okay, fine. This thing will grow the brand as well. Because if you look at the marketing, let's say in Chiefs and Paras, to Vodacom to put there, it's expensive. Then I started putting Henley on those t-shirts.
Wow.
So now my dream and purpose is to see Henley. It will market the Henley.
For sure.
Henley brand. So now Henley brand already growing on the marketing side. So some other things you think you're losing, but you're not losing.
You're not losing. You've got to plow.
We plan to plow back. So now Henley FC will promote the brand. So
smart way.
So now we already started with the marketing team. Now they are talking together now. Because now we go into stadiums there. Now when we go, these boys play, we put in the banner for Henley. They will be telling about the laptop.
It shows you grew on the streets. Streetwise.
So that's where we started.
No, that's mind-blowing stuff, I guess. I think, your life and what you are doing, it's very interesting. It's a story of legends. It's a true one. But now, going back there, a young entrepreneur wannabe, wow, what would you advise them? They want to start something, they've got this big idea. What would you advise them to do?
Firstly, honestly, I still say it starts with a passion. If you know what you want, you must have passion of it. If you are a cleaner, it's not just you are a cleaner. You must sweep the floor must be neat, clean. So for me, I'll say, if you don't have a purpose of it, don't even try it. I still normally tell people, I said, I work with people, I said, at the age of 20 to 30, you still have figuring out what you want to be. You're not sure. You still want to get.
It's understanding life on its own.
Then at the age of 30, to 40. Now you know it. You may not have it, but then you know what you need to have.
Yes.
So 40 to 50, you must have it. 50 to 60, then you just delegate. You're sending guys to do. So if you don't have that passion first, you better not go there. So first you must identify the passion. Do you love it? Yes, you play in soccer. Even if you're not good, as long as you love it.
As long as you love it, you may get somewhere.
You may get somewhere. We've seen soccer players being there. You even said, no, I don't like this one. Mara is there because of his passion.
And hard work.
Hard work pays.
I'm happy your friend is Max Maponyana. I was lucky to watch him as I was growing up. Hard work. We had that talent, but you could see he's a hardworking guy.
Till today, I've worked with Max. When he sees chairs like this, he will still pack them, put them nice. You normally see my car, says your car is dirty. He will take out rubbish and put it in. Discipline.
That's what it is.
So for me, I would say your passion first. Not just passion. After that, you must do. You must go there. And you just know when you go there, you're going to knock. That door may not open. Go to the next one. I've tried it. I failed and I did it many times. It never. But one thing for sure, I still normally tell people, I said, we said things. We said, okay, I will have plan A, plan B, plan B. For me, my goal, honestly, I always say have plan A and it is going to happen, like it or not. They told me at home to say, okay, what if the business doesn't go through? What will happen? You must have plan B, go work and whatever. I never had that plan B.
You never had it because you wanted to make it.
I wanted to make it. It's like when we put you now on top of the rope, like this, we put you there, we says go. Then we put the sponge chimo. Then that's plan B. You know when you fall, you're going to. But then if there's nothing.
You have to forge ahead.
You'll have to go and go for it. So always don't have even plan B or just always have plan A. I'm going to do it until. When you go there, it's a T-junction 10. I started with so many people. Others told me, it won't work.
Yeah.
But then others now, they are coming and said, hey, I wish I've invested.
Yeah, true.
So,
because when I look at your life, you were able to take a risk.
yeah, that
Like as a young boy, to say you want that machine. So let me steal my school fees money and go to Joburg just to play the machine. That is a risk. And in business, for sure, what can you say? You need to be able to take risks. You should not fear risk. I don't know what can you tell the younger wannabe entrepreneurs like you. Also, the issue of opportunity, okay? If you can touch on it. You saw an opportunity during COVID and said, look, I'm going ahead with this. Yeah. There's an opportunity here. And that is when everybody was depressed because of COVID, you saw a big opportunity and that was your start.
Yeah, sometimes again is to listening to people. Advices are good, but the advice, it must be you as well. There are naysayers outside there that will say it will never happen.
Yeah.
You understand me? So most of us, we fail because of you have an idea, but then somebody goes and tell you that thing will never
happen. That's what will happen.
I read a book of one guy. He went to a certain country, and when he get there, people were not wearing shoes. Then he went back to England and tell his partners, and then tell other people and said, guys, I went to that village in Kenya. They don't have shoes. So the guy, his mind was to make shoes and sell it there. But then the naysayer says, no, those people don't know shoes. How are they going to buy it? So they told him like that. He believed. Understand me? And no, everybody told him. But then one day he slept and said, I'm going there. I'm going to sell the shoes. He went there, do 2 pair of shoes and gave it to people. They wear it. They said, oh, I like it. I feel I'm happy with it. He started dominating there.
They start spreading the weight.
Yeah. So sometimes advices that we get from people say, it will never work. It never.
But also I think more importantly, what I derive from what you're saying is that walk the path that has not been walked.
Go and do it. Go and do it. Even people tell you, I've been to places where they tell me there's no money there, man. They don't have money. That municipality is broke. But then when you go there, there's business.
There's money there. Yeah.
So sometimes go and do other things. Divert. We need those innovators that you need to come from there. Do new things. So I think taking risk, we are afraid to take risk because we are afraid of failures.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll fail. I don't want to try, and what people will say. I think since I started this journey, I've messed up many times. I even till today, I'll not be shy on that.
But you learn from the mistakes.
I'm learn those mistakes and you go. And also learn from other people's mistakes. Most of the time, I've seen people business falling. I've checked, okay, why this? I know the big company that fall.
Yeah.
I had to go and make a research. Why this company?
Yeah.
The same company that I'm now having the brand of it was here. I had to check what's going on.
Yeah.
There was a company that started laptops as well. I had to check those mistakes as well.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't need to make mistake. You can learn from other people's mistake. Then you continue. You avoid mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think learning from other people's mistakes, that way, for me, most of the time I did that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true. And yeah, you said a mouthful. Okay, one last thing, one important point. I think it's very important because most people have got a tendency of the culture of South Africa is that you've got to be out there, show off, be seen, drive that car, wear those clothes, brands and everything like that. There was a time when you closed down everything. You almost lost everything because you wanted to pursue the dream. So you were down again and people were saying, hey, he's back to where he was. What does he think he was doing? I mean, what advice can you give people? Because most people, the youth, they want to be seen, drink expensive alcohol, nice car, wear nice things, but you've got to start somewhere, obviously. I don't know what was going through your head at that time, because for sure people were talking.
And honestly, no, they were talking because of, have you ever seen driving a BM, new one, coming, and from there you are the taxi again. And since that time, I've learned to take a taxi.
Yeah.
And I felt it's
without any shame.
No, I'm telling you. And till today, you understand me? So, and after all, I'm from the street. I know that thing.
There's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong on that. You know, sometimes I think it's also pride, you know, to say, you know, I can't do that. But those things are there to do it nicely. You can do. But I think sometimes you need to know your roots, where you come from.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you do forget where you come from. So, but in terms of saying, you know what, I think normally with me, I don't spend what I don't have. You know, I make sure that I do my costing right.
Yeah.
I plan. And only thing, the risk that I do, I take it on business.
Yeah.
If it's whatever I do my calculation, I'm going to take risks from the business. And boom. You know, cars are there, you need to buy, you need to flash. But do you have something at the end?
Yeah.
If you don't have, there's no need to do that. You know, if you don't have, I don't think I'll buy a Ferrari if I know, okay, my business is struggling.
Yeah.
So those things are luxury. Yes, everybody can have them. But I think you need to know. You go back first and check.
Yeah.
And check. Because normally, even when I come at the office here, you know, I normally tell them, when first salary, you know, tomorrow somebody came with, second came with a car. Then from there, after 2 weeks, after 6 months, that person, I don't even see them anymore. Understand? You know, I've seen cars being collected. I've been seeing things being done. Understand?
Yeah.
So I think sometimes, hence I told you before again, in going back to that education started there, you know, to say, if you go again and train, you know, when we're still young, you know, there's no test. You train, you clean, you know, when you go to China or you go to South Korea, I like them a lot. And the stadium, they'll clean the stadium, regardless of what.
Regardless,
they will clean.
They've lost or won, they will clean.
You understand?
There was this country, Japan,
yes.
during the World Cup.
You understand?
So a lot of visuals there. Yeah.
That thing is it still need training. You know, education is the key. I think during these 30 years, I think if they started with education, we could be far. Definitely. One thing for sure, maybe even if I went to school a lot, I couldn't be where I am today.
Yeah.
Because of that education. So I still say today, I've seen a lot of people getting tenders today.
Yes.
Buying cars tomorrow.
Yes.
They don't have. You understand? So that's why I said it started with a passion. You know, in entrepreneurs, they think today you'll make it. It took me 15 years to have my own brand.
Yeah.
So it will never just happen within one day. It will take time. So with us, we still believe it will happen just quickly. I'll open the company, get the tender there, apply, I buy a car, buy a house. Yes, you can, but that's not business.
True.
One thing for sure is going to collapse.
Yeah.
So I think if you start, leave even the tender, go and sell. If you said you're doing tender for cleaning, go and clean 2 houses, 3 houses, and get that 5 rand.
Yeah.
Then and apply for tender for cleaning. Employ one cleaners, 2 cleaners.
To know the basics.
Know the basic. Because I've seen somebody applying a tender today, go get it tomorrow, come back, open the office, do whatever, tomorrow the office is closed. That's why I said it's not a passion anymore. It's just to get that thing.
Yeah.
So then immediately when you get there, you're not going to buy that flagship car and everything. Because people that went and studied this thing until 15 years old, they'll never buy that thing. 100%.
But also, I think maybe something we've not thought about, but subconscious mind is more about building a legacy.
100% sure.
Something that doesn't disappear.
When I started this, even now my kids are here. You'll see them outside. They're here.
Yeah.
I come with them at the office. They see.
Yeah.
Young kids are here. You know, tomorrow, not only even my kids, even if the Henley brand doesn't go through, but then I want 10 years somebody to Google and say, but this man tried.
It was Henley.
How did he not take it through?
Yeah.
Let me start and check and take it through.
And from those mistakes.
So if we don't do that, the reason why other companies, like you check this billionaire, they're out of the country. Because of there's always Facebook comes in, they check, all these people come from outside because of that legacy as you're talking about. You understand? So with us in Africa, we don't live that. We live it because we are hungry now. We eat today, tomorrow there's nothing.
Yeah.
So I think living for me on the Henley brand is not only for my kids, it's to say, okay, in African soil, you can make it.
It can be done.
It can be done. We can't always outsource everything. You understand? It can be. Even if it's a brand, put your brand there, buy a t-shirt somewhere, put your brand, grow with it. Then one day you will get the machines to do your own t-shirts. So I think we are free to start there.
Yeah.
To build that legacy for tomorrow.
Of course.
Why Ferrari is there today?
It was a dream.
It was a dream and started today, it is booming. So why other this brand are they going? We have Gush, we have whatever. So, and they're not from here. And the other things, those materials have been taken in Africa. Why can't we?
Raw materials taken out. They come back expensive as products, finished products. Yeah.
So I think we just need to have that mindset. So it can be done. I normally tell people, they said, no, this thing it can only be done in China. I said, no, anything can be done if we're ready.
Yeah.
Locally, it can. 100%.
Okay. Yeah, I think we've learned a lot from this interview. I hope other people, your viewers, listeners, will also learn a lot more about business and also about life in general. I think we've got a very good lesson from this interview. And unless you've got something more to say.
No.
You've said everything almost.
No, everything. Said everything. I just wanna thank you for this opportunity. Honestly, we really need such thing like this, what you're doing as well, giving that exposure. And one day I think I will manufacture the mic so that at least you don't buy them.
I'll buy them from you.
Definitely.
Yeah, it would be nice to
one day we'll do a live stream immediately. We'll develop those software for you. We have in-house, you'll see them. We can do that. If it's playing there, we host it live.
Yeah, it would be nice to get it in Africa, in South Africa.
No,
it's local, it's cheaper, so why not?
Definitely.
Yeah, I thank you more for making yourself available. I think many people are going to, as I've said, they are going to learn a lot from what you are doing.
No, thanks a lot.
How you're doing life, how you're doing business, your experiences as well are a lesson to people who are down and out today to believe that they can rise and achieve their dreams.
No, thanks a lot.
Yeah, that's it for today from the People's Hustle. This is what we do for businesses, no matter how small they are. Please use this platform. You can meet new people. You can expand your market for your products and services. Details will be on the screen. But more importantly, if you need Mr. Hanley Nyathi, his products and services as well, we're going to leave the details here. Until next time, thanks a lot.